it's had some variety and a bit of change, but at the end of the day it's worked. It's supported a few empires, it's filled a few factories, it's completed a few offices and a number of armies, but the basis of the classroom has worked successfully for a whole number of years. But some things need questioning. I've been told that a classroom needs tables and chairs, but it isn't necessarily in the way that we may perceive as a need for tables and chairs within those spaces, and what they actually do to enable kids to sit, to walk, to learn, and to actually pick up their education in a different way. I've been told that a classroom needs a variety of spaces. Teachers need to learn in different ways, but normally the classrooms we provide are too small to enable us to give some variety. We maybe need to break out of those classrooms, or maybe we need to put more into the classrooms that enable different ways of learning to actually take place. We're told that a classroom will be collaborative. We need to find places within these classrooms where kids can actually go away and learn in the ways that they need to learn. They can find corners and nooks and centre of spaces where they can actually pick up and deliver their education the way that they wish it, and be surrounded by the technology by which they actually wish to engage with their learning. I've been told that a classroom will be for reading, but instead of reading at a desk, we need to find some spaces where kids again can go enjoy and make a choice in which they wish to read. They can sit together and read, they can work independently and read, but they'll always be reading in the classroom. And the classroom will be for writing. It's not just in the way that we were brought up and the perception of what writing actually is. I want to go and hide in a nook and type. I have the technology that enables me to write in a way that is no longer writing and copying from the blackboards that I had to put up with when I was a kid. I'd have liked to sit in this corner. The classroom will be a quiet space, but instead of shutting the door and making all the kids quiet, we'll take the kids somewhere else and they can be quiet there. They can withdraw, they can find places in which they enjoy to be quiet and get on with the sort of learning that they wish to enjoy in those spaces. We're also told that the classroom will be for presentation, but it's not a presentation by the teacher in which we have to absorb that information. It is a presentation by the kids to show work, display work, share work, and exchange work. And it will come in a format that is highly unlikely to sit in a current classroom. I'm told that the classroom will be for making things. We need to enable us to engage with kids who learn in many ways. There's electronics, there's robotics, there's AI, there's all sorts of exciting things like STEM going on within the classrooms. And that's what we've got to learn. We've got to find places in which that type of learning can actually be engaged. I'm also told that a classroom has to be sustainable. I want to create places where they can open windows. It's not stuffy, it's not stifling. I'm not sitting on a radiator or falling asleep at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's a passive, working, internal environment where we're actually creating the optimum conditions for kids to learn. I'm also told we actually need 4 walls within the classroom by a lot of teachers. And if this is 4 walls, again, I'm quite happy to learn in that type of classroom. It doesn't necessarily mean 4, it may be 3, it may be 2, but there will be walls somewhere that contain this space. I'm also being told that we need doors. Normally the doors are closed. They have posters stuck up so no one can see the teachers actually doing their job. And the kids can't get out, and it's stopping the noise. But maybe those doors could actually be walls or roofs, or in any way that engages with the outdoor spaces in which we learn. And in terms of engaging with outdoor spaces, we're told we need to connect to the outside. But the outside actually may be from the top of a tower block. It may be in different urban environments and different urban places. That vertical model is now taking shape throughout our city for the first time. We have to explore new ways of doing things. I'm also being told that the classroom actually needs students. I think we're in denial because teachers think they need jobs. But with a flipped classroom model, it's maybe that I'm more happy to go and learn by sitting under that tree than I'm actually turning up at a lecture hall to listen to someone who's been doing this for 30 or 40 or 50 years. And the classroom may not need to be a classroom. It can be a gymnastics theatre. It can be a place, 1,000 places where we can actually go out and learn and take the technology we need to actually enable that learning to happen. And maybe the ultimate sacrilege, if you gets there is, do we need the classroom at all? I quite like the idea that we can go and learn anywhere in the world, be taught by the best lecturers in the world, in a place that actually satisfies the way we want to learn, and maybe that in the end doesn't need a classroom. So in conclusion to the talk, the 6.5 minutes, I think the classroom is dead. Long live the classroom.